raising money for Save the Children. Links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. Now, I
Будем
hope
играть
you're
в
all
Harvest
ready for
Moon
some
на
farming
Nintendo
action
DS.
because it is time for FrogVoice to run Harvest Moon DS. Take it away.
Well, yeah, hello! I am FrogVoice and I will be
Кстати, попробуйте пока
your
угадать, какого
runner
года игра.
and guide in this expedition into the glitchy mess that is Harvest Moon DS speedrunning. We will start right away with a almost frame-perfect manipulation.
2017. Нет.
And the
Неожиданный
goal
год,
of today's
но не
run will
настолько
be to
неожиданный.
unlock the harvest sprite called
2002-2006.
Earth,
Вот это
which
очень
is done
близко.
by unlocking 20
Для игры
other harvest
2005 года.
sprites. If you know the game, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Никогда
If
бы не
you
сказал, что
don't,
2005
don't
по
worry,
вот
I'll
такому
explain
виду.
it during the intro
Скорее
sequence.
97-98.
Okay, so
Хотя,
first of
когда
all,
DS
we set
вышла?
our console to the 1st of
Консолька вышла
January
с
at midnight
автомата в
any year, and then
2004.
we
Ну
have to
да,
start the
значит,
game
я
at a very
Я
specific
ошибся.
point in
Ну да,
time,
тогда это
at
логичная
which point
дата.
time also starts. I'll just say go. Okay, let's see if I can hit
Так, с
it.
самого начала у нас будет очень-очень тонкий скип, который нужно сделать с самого начала игры.
Go.
Вот теперь начинаем
Okay,
время.
that felt somewhat right.
И
So, first of all,
FrogVoice
we
говорит,
have
что
to
вроде как
go
получилось.
through 4 separate name entries, which is always high-octane speed gaming at its finest. So yeah, in this game there are 101
Спрашивают имя нашей
harvest
собаки,
sprites that you
нашего
can
кота,
unlock by
вводим
doing
М, О,
things you
просто чтобы
would
долго
normally
не
do
писать
in
что-то.
a Harvest Moon game, like growing crops, shipping them away, tending to your animals, and all that fine jazz. So this is essential. There are 101 of these sprites in total in this game, and we're only going to unlock 20 of them in this run. It's kind of like the 16-star category of this game. Okay, nice. I got the manipulation first
О,
try.
получилось сделать скип с первого
What we
раза.
were looking for here were these 3 little branches that you see at
Да,
the bottom of the field on the
что
right.
мы сделали, это мы заспавнили вот этих 3
So,
дерева.
what is this game even about?
То есть мы правильным
right
нажатием после катсцены подкрутились и рандом.
Arrives with a ta-da everywhere she goes, and the witch princess is not very fond of this and tries to curse her so that the harvest goddess is unable to say her signature ta-da anymore. However, the witch princess is very cute but not very clever, so she chooses the wrong spell and petrifies the harvest goddess instead. And upon trying to undo
Из-за того, что наша ведьма Мила, она недостаточно умна, она использует не тот спелл на вот этой статуе, и просто эта статуя испаряется. И говорит, что как бы больше теперь от нее проблема.
Unfortunate enough to witness the whole thing, she delegates the task of getting them all back to us. And this is basically what the game is about, getting the harvest sprites back.
И основная цель нашей игры — это вот вернуть эту статуэтку плодородия.
3 of those sprites can be unlocked by tilling and watering 3 tiles that are randomly selected at will generation. Truly randomly, Frogman? Well, no. If we hit the manipulation, we know exactly where these 3 tiles are located.
Нужно в некоторых местах раскапывать определенные артефакты, но из-за того, что мы использовали манипуляцию, мы теперь все знаем, где они все, и как раз-таки вот эта манипуляция позволяет нам абсолютно пропустить все.
Even in this run, which is the shortest run of the whole game, well, this category, I'd rather say, we have, including the manipulation, 5 glitches that are just pretty insane. I'll try my best to explain them.
У нас будет много гличей даже в этой короткой категории.
But they happen quite quickly one after another, so please excuse if I am sometimes a bit brief in my explanations. Now, we first of all have to sit through this. I timed it with perfect name input. 4-minute and 47-second long cutscene.
Ой, сейчас будет 4-минутная катсцена.
And after that, the game will start. So we have some time to sit around and maybe
Или имеется в виду, что
already
все
reservations if we
начало
have
будет
some.
4 минуты.
Actually, what I wanted to say is
Сейчас
that we've
увидим.
got some updates on the Spore naming war, because that's coming up in only 2 runs' time, so it's not long left to get your preferred name into the top spot. At the moment, John Madden is still our leading name at $155, but closing the gap on $125, just $30 away, is Eugene Krabs. It says the other names, we have Agric on $72, Dog2 on $70, Pre-Malone on $60, Secret Tunnel on $36, and Tricro on $35. Thank you so much for everything you've raised, by the way. That's $553 for that one incentive.
Рано закончится коктейлик, мы откроем третий
Honestly,
канал.
I wouldn't want to
Этот-
choose. They are all great.
Такая штучка, которая
Oh,
открывается
thanks. I was just about
за
to put you on the spot and say, what
подбор
name would you
определенного
like
количества спрайтов,
to
по-моему,
see
20, да,
making
20.
its way into the Spore run?
I think I'm really fond of that Pre-Malone game name. That one was great.
That's good, actually. We have actually just had a donation come in. Nabi has donated $50 and writes, "Thank you, FrogVoice, for presenting one of my favorite childhood games in this event. Also, thank you, ESA, for putting so much work into a good cause."
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm really glad to be representing this game at ESA. And as the good farmer I am, the first thing I'm going to do once I get control over my character is sleep till the 8th of spring. Because
Как
that's where the whole
только
run
нам
takes
дается
place.
контроль,
However,
мы
I'm
будем
gonna save
спать,
right
очень
here on
много
the 6th,
спать, потому что нам
because we
нужно
need the 8th of
проскипать
spring to be a sunny day,
до
and the
8
weather of a day is
числа.
always determined on the previous day. So the save is just for marathon safety. In a normal run, I would probably not save.
Нам нужна солнечная погода
Alright,
до нужного нам
so-
дня.
Well, okay, marathon luck.
И
Let's go.
немножко
We need to
не
reload
везет с
and
погодой.
try
Будем
again.
загружать файл, пока не наступит солнечная погода в этот день.
Just need it to be sunny.
Просто нужно, чтобы 8 числа была солнечная
Come
погода.
on.
Окей, со
Okay,
второго
good.
раза, нормально.
It is sunny now. So once we go outside, we'll see Thomas, who would be familiar to some people who have played Friends of
К нам
Mineral
подходит
Town.
Томас,
He wants to give us a tutorial, but
который
we are
хочет
a
нам предложить
speedrunner and very good at the game, so we
обучиться,
kindly tell him to
и
go
мы
away.
просто посылаем его
Now, there
куда
will be
подальше,
some
потому что
sick
мы спидранер.
inventory management while I move over here to the watering hole. And then I'm going to unlock the very first, well, technically the fourth sprite, because we
И
unlocked
сейчас мы
3
будем
sprites during the intro sequence. But this is the first sprite we
открывать
unlock
вот этих
ourselves just by
духов.
talking to our watering
Это
hole.
4-й дух, но на самом деле, ну, для
And
нас
every
первый,
time
который
we
мы откроем.
unlock a sprite, a
Первых
little
3 мы
cutscene
открыли
like this
еще
will
в
play,
начальной
which
катсцене.
renders about, I want to say, 30% of the run just cutscenes, which is just great.
30% рана заключается в
So-
катсценах, что FrogVoice
You'll
находит
see
очень
me
классно.
sometimes bump into the corners of houses or just run into slides. This is actually a movement tech called slope sliding.
Да, мы очень
We have
часто будем
discovered that
биться об углы
sliding like that is
некоторых
actually
объектов,
slightly
потому
faster
что
than running
это
itself.
чуть-чуть быстрее и
And
ускоряет
so
наше
I will slope
передвижение.
slide right into town
Небольшая
and
техника,
then
которую
eat
нашли
some
не так
colored
давно.
grasses, which, I mean, naturally you do that. Eat some colored grasses and collect these white flowers that are laying around. We're gonna need those later to make a lot of money. I'm
Сейчас
also
собираем вот
going
эти
to
вот
talk to
белые
random
цветы, чтобы
objects
потом
to
их
unlock some
продать
more sprites.
и поднять на них много-много
So
денег.
we want at the very least 2 of these white flowers. However, the more the merrier. Yeah, that is it for now. We will, after this, we will I can probably explain at this point why it is the 8th that we choose to have this run on. And this has 2 reasons. One, there is an additional sprite that we can unlock later. At
Мы
some
выбираем
point
8 число
after
именно
the
потому,
8th or
что
during the 8th.
так мы можем быстро
And
открыть следующего
The other
духа
reason being
после.
that the shop of Van is in
И
town on
также в
the-
это число
on every day
приезжает
ending in 3 or
магазин.
8, and we will use this shop to get a lot
И в
of
этом
money
магазине мы
later
как раз
on.
забудем наши цветочки и продадим их.
So coming up right now is probably the most important trick in the run to me. I consider any run that does not feature this trick to be completely and utterly invalid. So I'm going to slope slide into
Так, сейчас будет
sideways
самый
into the
любимый
well
трюк
and press A.
FrogVoice.
This way I unlock the sprite you would normally get by talking to the well.
Да. Здесь мы используем вот эту технологию и взаимодействуем с
no time at all. 2 frames, maybe. It's essential to me.
с колодцем, и мы пропускаем диалог с ним, и получаем сразу нашего духа, но, как говорит FrogVoice, если бы мы не делали этот скип, это бы нам добавило 2 фрейма или что-то того, то есть, ну, скип максимально незначительный.
Rewards for manipulation earlier, pun completely intended. And while all of that goes on, allow me to start explaining the next glitch coming up, which will be quite essential and is actually the hardest trick in the game to pull off. It is called the quick purchase glitch,
Так, сейчас
and
мы
it
будем
functions as
использовать
follow.
глич быстрой покупки.
Upon buying something in this game, you get a little text message that says,
Только вы что-то покупаете, вы получаете текстовый текстовое объявление, что вы что-то получили. Но если принять это сообщение, принять сообщение дважды, очень точно между ними затаймив 5 кадров, и за это мы получим тестовый предмет. Тестовый предмет, который должен был быть только для разработчиков. И вместо того, чтобы давать вам тестовый предмет, игра вам решит дать просто тот предмет, который у вас нацелен курсор, даже при том, что у вас не хватает денег.
Select the test item by pressing A on the first frame of a shop being
Есть еще самый быстрый глич, который очень-очень быстрый глич. Этот глич ни разу не получался в ранах на этой категории, потому что нужно нажать покупку на первом же фрагме появления магазина.
Okay, so we unlock Jet right here by talking to a box of oranges. And then... Okay, I unfortunately did not get it.
Сейчас он попробует.
So instead I have to go about this the old-fashioned way, which is selling these flowers to get enough money
нужно просто продать цветов.
to buy 2 of these bodygizers. However, I will save for marathon reasons. And now every time I enter this shop, I would try for a quick purchase.
Теперь он будет пытаться сделать вот этот вот вещь. С первого раза не получилось, нужно будет загрузиться. О, получилось!
Okay. So now I've bought 99 of this, and I'm gonna make a lot of money by
И он купил
just selling these 99
99
right back to
вот этих вот предметов, бодиджайзеров.
This nets us all the money we need for the rest of the run.
Теперь у нас все деньги мира, которые нам больше не понадобятся.
We need to call the supermarket. However, it is Sunday. The supermarket is closed on Sunday. What are we gonna do? Well, easy. We are gonna place our cursor for calling things at the blacksmith and then enter, and well, if I succeed, in the transition screen we tap the supermarket with our touch pen and will then be redirected.
Из-за того, что мы сейчас в нужное время нажали во время входа в меню диалога в одном магазине, мы смогли после катсцены, которая заканчивает разговор, телепортировать сразу в другой магазин при помощи тачскрина. Так, сейчас нам нужно купить много-много курочек.
Because counting 7 is harder to me than performing the glitches. 8. I just bought one of that. We don't want that. There was 9. I think 10. 11. I think I miscounted. 12.
FrogVoice думает, что он посчитал неправильно и на всякий случай закупил 12.
Alright. So after this we will ship 1000 items via these chicken fodders. This has 2 uses to
Теперь мы перекинем 1000 предметов через вот эту вот будку. Это позволит нам получить еще одного духа.
Okay, there it is. And 2, this also gives us access to the horse, which we
И
can
также
use to
это
get around a
позволяет
bit
нам
faster,
получить
and
доступ к
also to
лошади,
unlock yet
и мы
another
сможем
sprite.
наконец-таки путешествовать по горам,
Okay,
и это позволит
so
нам получить еще одного духа. Как видите, очень
I'm gonna
скейримовская
go over
лошадь.
here and get our next sprite by just throwing something into the basket. This nets us veggie. And would you believe it, there's even another glitch coming up. And the
будет еще
technicalities
один
for
glitch.
the following glitch are actually quite complicated, so it's gonna take a bit of time to explain. So, in this game, you can... Well,
Вот лошадь.
let me start right here. Another sprite we will unlock is by crossing the bridge on foot. However, this will play about 2-minute
Если мы
long
перейдем
cutscene.
мост
We do not want
в
that.
определенном месте, чтобы забрать
So,
духа,
what are we
мы
gonna do about
получим
this?
катсцену
Well,
на 2
we can
минуты.
try to interrupt that cutscene with another
Но что мы
cutscene.
можем сделать? Мы
How are we
можем
gonna do about
попробовать
this? Well, it's quite
перебить одну
easy.
катсцену другой
In this
катсценой.
game, you can level up your tools. You do that by just using your tools, and at the end of the tool animation, you are awarded
Как
some
только мы
XP.
используем наш инструмент,
However,
любой,
you can switch your
мы
tools
получаем в
in the
конце
middle of the animation.
анимацию, что вот мы им
The
поработали.
game,
Но мы
upon
можем
doing that,
сменить
does not
наш
know where to
инструмент.
put the XP, and instead chooses to put it into your step count.
И вместо
We
того,
will increase
чтобы
our step count
дать
this
нам
way, and then
опыта
trigger
за
a
уровень, который мы
cutscene
получили,
that we get
игра
for
решает
reaching
кинуть
a certain amount
количество
of
опыта,
steps
которое нам дали,
inside the cutscene that would be 2 minutes
и
long.
сделать это шагами. То есть мы получим вместо экспы количество шагов,
It
которые
sounds
мы должны были сделать в игру.
complicated when
И
you
из-за
try
того,
to
что мы
explain
в
it.
катсцене
However, upon
сделаем
seeing it, it's
определенное
actually
количество
quite
шагов,
easy to pull off.
у нас будет другая катсцена.
So for now, we're gonna buy exactly 5 records to get us yet another harvest sprite. This one is called Jupiter, and he is
Очень-очень
responsible
странный скип.
for the funky music. And I think after this, I finally have some breathing room for the first time in this run. And while I unlock some pretty obvious sprites, we can have a couple more donations if we have any.
Видите, мы очень быстро
Yeah,
передвигаемся
absolutely.
на лошади, тем более используем вот этот вот corner bomb.
Zep CP has donated $5 and says, "Hey Frog, it's still one of the weirdest games to see a speedrun of, but also funny as well. Good luck and let's go."
Love you, man. Yeah, that was a good friend of mine who made me lose my cool and get off my high horse right there.
Из-за того, что пришел донат от друга FrogVoice, он немножко упал с
We
лошади.
also have $10 from Fennel, who's written, "Going to have to play all the older Harvest Moon games now. Thank you for the nostalgia, FrogVoice."
You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for the donation.
Okay, so now we are going to eat some more grasses, which will net us yet another sprite at some point. And little fun fact about this game came out in 2005, and yet 10 years before Undertale was even released, it managed to answer a question that was posed in Undertale. It is we're coming up to the answer very quick. It is of course concerning the question: is anime real? And
FrogVoice говорит, что
I'm going
Harvest
to tell
Moon
you, Harvest Moon
смог
DS
ответить на
says,
вопрос,
yes,
который
he is
поставил
real. There he is.
Undertale когда-то. Существует ли аниме? И, как видите, вот появляется дух
Alright.
с именем
We are
аниме, и
almost at the
оно
end of the
существует.
run, believe it or not.
Оно есть.
This went by in a breeze. So we currently sit at 18 sprites. And I will... Okay, don't get too close. I did this once in practice.
Итак, вот,
Did not
нужно
end
как раз
well.
сделать.
So I'm going to switch my tool mid-animation.
Здесь мы во время анимации меняем
Walk into the
инструмент,
cutscene.
загружаемся в
There's Guts telling
катсцену,
us, yo, you took a million steps,
и
which we totally
Гадс
did.
говорит, что ох ты
And
миллион
now
шагов только что сделал, прикинь?
we have 19
И мы
sprites
скипнули
unlocked.
огромную катсцену.
So yeah, we only need one more sprite to unlock, and we will get this one by
Интересный глич.
going to the bar after a
Забавно.
hard day of work and
Остался
taking a
последний
break.
дух.
However, the bar only opens at 5 p.m., so I have some time.
Бар
And
открывается
while I
в
have this
5.
time,
Теперь мы пока
Allow me
что
to start with my
подождем.
shoutouts already.
И FrogVoice перед тем,
First
как
of all,
закончит,
shoutouts
раскидает
to
шатауты,
the
пока мы
Harvest
просто
Moon
стоим перед баром и
Discord,
долбимся в
which
него.
is just a great resource
Интересное
for
время для бара открываться в 5
speedrunning the
вечера,
whole
странное время.
franchise. So many friendly people wanting to get other people into speedrunning their favorite series, basically. And in that vein, a very, very special shout out to one retro girl _2, the undisputed queen of this category, of this game, even, for just reviving this game as a speed game and being the best rival a speedrunner could ask for. Time is coming right up, and
И время.
Time.
Окей, мы заработали последнего нашего духа.
yeah,
Выбираем его.
this is
1853, хороший раунд.
We unlocked Earth right here, and if you would allow me, continuing with my shoutouts, I also want to give a very big shout out to my boys from the Slow Runs live
Раскидывает
team who
FrogVoice.
have gotten me into speedrunning in the first
шатауты.
place, and also a special shout out to the
Что за
German
любовь к мелку еще
restream
не
of this
понял?
marathon,
Так, в
where I
смысле?
know
Я
for
вам
a
не
fact
понравился?
that a very handsome man
Вот
with
это
a
вот
very handsome
обида,
voice was
конечно.
doing
Да.
commentary for
Ай-яй-яй.
my run.
Нехорошо так обижать
Davdos,
комментатора.
love you, you're the man.
А я бы мог
And
для вас
yeah,
помяукать. А, нет, не
of
мог бы
course,
помяукать.
thanks to
Точно.
ESA for allowing me to
Да, в общем, это был
showcase
Harvest Moon
this
для
game
DS.
that
Интересный ран, интересные
has
скипы.
been a part of
Надеюсь,
many
что вы еще не
people's
спите.
childhoods and is actually an excellent speed game.
И FrogVoice раскидывает шатаут.
Fantastic. Thanks very much for that. Your final time was 1853.
1850. That's not too bad. That's
Yeah.
not too bad. That could have gone a lot worse.
Просто нам должны мел. Кто вам задолжал мел? Ну-ка.
Excellent. But yeah, actually, I mean, you raised good points. We do have a number of different restreamers, which, yeah, we've got, I believe, French, German, Russian,
О, передают привет
Japanese,
всем
Portuguese,
рестримам.
and Spanish, I think, the list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got kind of most of the language covered. But yeah, no, thank you very much for the fantastic run, FrogVoice, and for destroying the game. I do quite love seeing games like this because there's quite a few similar categories where you just destroy the game with their own menus.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, very, very good job. So we have got so coming up, we do have Ruffle Bricks potentially coming up, although it looks like there might be a bit of a technical issue on that side. So we will update you as to exactly what's happening next. At the moment, it's Lemmings Paintball. It just depends on if we can get the technical difficulties sorted out. But in the meantime, we will cut to an intermission. You'll have the lovely Paulista telling you to buy some merch and support our charity, Save the Children. Stretch your legs, get a cup of tea, water, whatever you like. And we will be back soon with the next run of ESA Summer 21. See you soon.
Так, готовимся к следующему рану. Следующий ран у нас будет
Have you checked out speedrunstore.com yet?
Lemmings
100% of the proceeds
Paintball.
during ESA summer will be
Будем,
donated
видимо,
to
стрелять
Save the
в
Children,
леммингов.
including the